Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Norashikin binti Nasaruddin. My matrix number is DE190039. Introduction. The topic for experiment 1 is Introduction to Matlab. Matlab is a high-performance language for technical computing. It integrates computation, visualization, and programming in an easy-to-use environment where problems and solutions are expressed in familiar mathematical notation. Matlab is being used to simulate random process, power system, control system, and communication theory. Matlab comprising lots of optional toolbox and block set like control system, optimization, and power system, and so on. The objective for experiment 1 is to procure the sufficient knowledge in Matlab to solve the power system problems and to write a Matlab programs. From this experiment 1, the software that we are used is Matlab. These figures show the Matlab windows. And files can be classified into following two categories, which is scripts and file. Main file contains comment from which function can be also be called function, and function file that contains function comment at the first line of the M file. The M file developed can be loaded into the workspace by just typing the M file name. Any of the Matlab comments is really an M file. Matlab workspace. Workspace windows is the window where to execute Matlab command. The best way to prop the workspace is type WHOS. This command show all the variables that are currently in the workspace. This is the example. To eliminate all the variables in the workspace by type clear all in the command windows.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Khuzaimah Rabiah binti Mahamad Nizar. My matrix number is DE190155. For Matlab data type, usually there are three most common ways that we use in order to write the data types. Firstly is string, second is array, and thirdly is structure. Semicolon is used at the end of the line in order to represent the end of a row. Next, for mathematical operation, there are two types that we usually use, which are a scalar operation and also array. The difference between a scalar operation and array is how we type. For example, for the scalar operation, we type using symbols or words. For example, addition, subtraction, multiply, and also divide. For array, we use separated elements such as comma or space, and we write it in the form of metric algebra. Other than that, Matlab also supports a variety of conditional statements and looping statements, just like other programming language. Conditional statements is where a situation needs a specific condition in order to execute the block of code. For looping statement, it is a repetitive block of code that the user or the programmer create until it reach a certain code that tells it to stop. Lastly, for plotting, graph can be plotted and be saved in many different formulas. There are many types of graphics in the Matlab, but usually we use 2D line plot.
My name is Nur Ainaa binti Juhari, DE190111. So for getting started with Matlab, so here is the current folder, and the M is the folder with the M files. So for example, lab 2 week 2, and they will out with the command that we save, and SLX is Simulink, and also we can type Simulink in the command window and it will go through the Simulink. So for integrator, we use the input as constant and the output for the integrator is scope. Where to get the things, we use the Simulink library browser, and we can find the continuous dashboard or anything here, and the sources here. If for the input and the sinks for the output. Or also we can use continuous, dashboard, discrete, or lookup tables, or anything that relates with what we want. So we run the integrator 1 over s, and we get the result for the yellow line here is for the 1 over s integrated. So for the transfer function, I use 1 over s squared plus s plus 2. We can put the numerator and denominator here, and then we use the input as the step function and the output for in the scope. So we run and we get the results here like this. So for the state space, we use the step function as input, and the output we show the result using the scope. So the state space here, we put the AS1, BS1, CS1, and DS1, and the initial condition is 0. So we run the simulation, and the graph will show the results of the integrator as we put the value here. So for the S function, I use the S function builder. So the input is voltage and current, and the output is power and resistance. So I put the voltage as 10 volt and the current is 2 amp. So it will display 20 watt and resistance for 5 ohm. So the input we use the sources we use constant, and the sinks we use display. So the important code here is power equal to voltage of times current, resistance equal to voltage over current. And we get the answer here. So for data workspace, we use Z12, H equal to 5, and the whos command, which is the whos we use for to show the variable in this workspace here. And then we run the code. So the workspace shows the details here, H value 5, Z equal to 12, and also the common window, they show the size 1 times 1, Z 1 times 1, and the bytes is 8, class is double, and the Z is 8 bytes and double. So for data type, first we do for array first. So we put the Z here, and then we call pet Z, and we will turn the matrix form. So then another one to call the matrix, we use X 113 UINT 16 means unsigned integer 16. So we call pet X, and then it shows the matrix 1 times 3 in the row vector. So for the string, we use hex str string, hexadecimal, 3FF, 7A, and E, and we call the command D equal to hex 2 decimals in the hex string. So we put the command window, and then we call D, and then it will come with 1023, 122, and 14. So based on the 3FF, 7A, and the workspace also called the value here. So for the structure, we use student name, Ainaa student 1 GPA, and we run. Okay, so the workspace will show the students 1 times 3 structure. So we call the student, and it will show the name and GPA that we edit in this area.
My name is Nur Aqilah binti Saidon. My matric number is DE190044. So today I will explain about scalar versus array in mathematics operation. So first of all, we have to open the Matlab software, and then at the command window, we have to write the coding. First of all is clear all, and then we have to give the value for A and capital A, which is 4 and 7, and then we have to find the value of alpha is equal to A plus capital A. The value of B is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the value of capital B is 6, 5, 3, 1 in a metric form. So that we have to find the value of beta is equal to B plus capital B. So we have the value of beta is 7765 in metric form. After that, the next coding is we have to write clear all, and then the value of B is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the value of capital B is 6, 7. Then we wanted to find the value of beta is equal to B multiplied by B. But then the Matlab shows error because we are using this symbol. So the right way to write the coding for multiplication is we have to write the number in metric form like this, and then we have to put the full stop symbol and followed by the star symbol or the multiplication symbol, and then followed by the number we wanted to multiply, and then we will get the answer. After that, for the next coding is for conditional statement. Then we have to put the value of z is equal to 0 to get the value of z is equal to 0, and after that, if z is equal 0, y is equal to 0, else y equal to 1 over z, and then n, then we will get the value of y is equal to 0. For the next coding is s is equal to 6, then we will get the value of s is 6. Next, for n is equal to 1:2:10, s is equal to s plus n power of 2. So we know the value of s is 6. So that we will get the answer for s equal to s plus n power of 2 is s equal to 7, s equal to 16, s equal to 41, s equal to 90, and s equal to 171.
Hi, my name is Nur Aqilah binti Syukri, and my metric card number is TE190115. So today I'm gonna explain about plotting and function for lab 1. We will use command t equals to 0, 10, 360 for x-axis and y equals to sine pi over 180 times t for the y-axis. And then to put the command for Simulink, for it to generate the graph, use plot in bracket dy, and here we can see the graph. And then to label the x and y axis, we will use x label, and in bracket we use the name that we want to use for the label. For x label we put time in second, and for y label we put voltage in volts, and also put the title of the graph, that is sinusoidal output. So we can see this is the graph, and then we will use a legend command to put the legend on to the graph. Next, I will explain about function. For function, we need to save the file as m file, which is Matlab file. So here I am saving the file under the name of admin into Matlab file. After that, we input the command that we need to use. That is function y equals to admin in bracket z. Admin is, we need to use the same name as the file that we saved, and then in the command window we put the equation that we want to use. The equation we used was 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 in matrix form. And then on the next line we put admin z, so it will shows the output like this.